So I have my wine, keep me warm. Lots of wine.
Oh, I don't think it's eight. Is it eight?
Is it?
That makes it a beard. Ain't a little beard.
And Yamaka. Good evening, everyone. We'd like to get started. So asking you kindly to be seated and everything else. Thank you. I ask the congregation kindly to stand as we light the Sabbath candles.
In the spirit of our Asian tradition that follows and unites Israel in all lands and all ages, we now kindle the Shabbat lights.
Which one are you going to go first? Thank you. Great name for you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'tzmotav v'zitzvan lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us by thy laws and commanded us to kindle Shabbat lights. May the Lord bless us with Shabbat joy. May the Lord bless us with Shabbat holiness. And may the Lord bless us with Shabbat peace. Amen.
Kindly ask that you remain standing for our opening prayer. And this evening it'll be taken from a different prayer book, the Mishkan Tefillah. Our praise to you, Eternal One, who brings the evening evermore, wisely parting the gates of time, ushering in the seasons, arraying with care the star-spangled sky, unfurling light, then darkness, then light. Gently you fold the day into the night. Adonai Tzavot is your name. Living God, your reign arches over us. Your light is everlasting. Our praise to you, Eternal One, who brings the evening evermore. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Aravim. Amen. May be seated. Service will continue as always on page 11. Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malchi Elyon. Ni Melech Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malchi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni leShalom, Malachi Hashalom, Malchi Elyon. Mi Melech Malchi Hamlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We continue with responsive reading, page 12. A Psalm of David. Ascribe unto the Lord, O ye sons of the mighty. Ascribe unto the Lord glory and power.
Ascribe unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the glory of the sanctuary.
The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thundereth. The Lord is upon mighty waters.
The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty.
The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the Lord shivereth the cedars of Lebanon.
He also maketh them to skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young ram.
The voice of the Lord flasheth flames of fire.
The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh.
The voice of the Lord causeth the oaks to shake and maketh the forests bare, while in his temple everything says glory.
The Lord sat enthroned on the flood. Yea, the Lord will sit as king forever.
The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace.
Lecha dodi litrat kala, ene Shabbat lecha bela. Shamo v'zachor b'dibu echad, hishmi anu el ha-meuchad. Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem u'tiferet ve'yitilo. L'chrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mechor habracha. Me'osh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh v'chak shava'at techila. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'v'sachala, toch emunei am segula. Ohichala, ohichala. Lecha dodi litrat kala, ene Shabbat nekabela.
Mizmor Sheleyom HaShabbat. It is good to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High.
Declare thy loving kindness in the mornings and thy faithfulness in the nights.
Upon the 10-stringed instrument and upon the psaltery, and with a solemn sound upon the harp.
For thou, O Lord, hast made me rejoice with thy wonderful works. I therefore triumph in the works of thy hands.
How great, O Lord, are all thy works, how exceedingly profound are thy thoughts.
An ignorant man knoweth it not, now does a fool understand this.
When the wicked spring up like grass and the workers of iniquity flourish, it is that they may be destroyed forever.
But thou, O Lord, art exalted forevermore.
For lo thine enemies, O Lord, for lo thine enemies shall perish, all the workers of iniquity shall be scattered.
But thou hast exalted mine horn like that of the ram. My declining age shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye hath seen the fate of mine enemies, and of that of the wicked who rise up against me, mine ears shall hear.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon.
Planted in the house of the Lord, they shall flourish in the courts of our God.
They shall still blossom in old age. They shall be full of sap and verdant.
To declare that the Lord is just, my rock in whom there is no unrighteousness.
The Lord reigneth clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed and hath girded himself with power. The world is also established that it cannot be moved.
Thy throne, O Lord, is established from of old, or from all eternity.
The floods, O Lord, raise themselves up. They lift up their voice, and the floods raise up their waves.
Yea, mighty in the voice of many mighty waters, when the billows of the ocean are thou on high, O Lord.
Thy testimonies are most faithful. Holiness beseemeth thy temple, O Lord, unto the utmost of days. Kindly ask the congregation to stand. Barakhu et Adonai hamevorak. Bless ye the Lord, who is ever blessed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed.
Blessed be the Lord, who is blessed forever and ever. You may be seated. Blessed art thou, O Lord, our God, King of the universe, who by thy word causest the evening to advance, who with wisdom openest the gates of heaven, and with understanding changes times and various the seasons, and disposes the stars and makest the division between day and night. The Lord of hosts is thy name. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who bringest on the evening twilight. And we continue together. With everlasting love hast thou loved the house of Israel, thy people. A law and commandments, statutes and judgments hast thou taught us. Therefore, O Lord our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will discourse of thy statutes. We will rejoice and exalt in the instructive words of thy Torah, commandments and statutes forever and ever. For they are our life and the prolongation of our days, and on them we meditate day and night. May thy love never depart from us. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who lovest thy people Israel. Please stand for the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kevo Malkuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be his name, whose glorious kingdom is forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מותיך, והיו הערים האלה אשר אנוכי מסבך היום לבביך, ונתתם לבניך, וראית בם בשבתך ובתיך, ובלתך בדרך, ושבך וקומך, ושעתם לאות ילדיך, ויהו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וטבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובזעריך.
We continue together. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thy heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates. You may be seated. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments which I command you this day, to love the Lord your God, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give the rain of your land in its due season, the former rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. And I'll give grass in thy field for thy cattle, and thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Take heed to yourselves, lest your heart be deceived, and ye turn aside and serve other gods and worship them. Then the anger of the Lord will be kindled against you, and he will shut up the heaven that there be no rain, and that the land will not yield her fruit, and he perish quickly from off the goodly land which the Lord giveth you. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and ye shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. Ye shall teach them to your children, talking of them when thou sittest in thy house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thy house and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied and the days of your children, upon the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as the days of the heavens above the earth. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ועשו להם ציצית על כנפיהם, וגדיהם לדורותם ונעתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תקלת. והיה לכם לציצית, ולתמותו תקעתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם ולא תעתורו אחר לבובכם ואחרי נקם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוציא אתכם ארץ מצרים לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם. Amen. Our hymn this evening can be found on page 217, number 20, to 17, number 20, O God, the Rock of Ages.
O God, the Rock of Ages, who evermore hast been, what time the tempest rages, our dwelling place serene, before thy first creations, O Lord, the same as now, to endless generations, the everlasting Thou. O years are like the shadows on sunny hills that lie, or grasses in the meadows that blossom but to die. Asleep, a dream, a story, by strangers quickly told, an unremaining glory of things that soon are old. O thou who canst not slumber, whose light grows never pale, teach us aright to number all years before they fail. On us thy mercy lighten, on us brighten the hearts thyself hast blessed. Amen.
A couple announcements. We've been making these announcements for a couple of weeks now. So to remind the congregation that our Purim party will be March 16th at Hillel. At Hillel, it came out in the MailChimp this morning, today. So look for March 16th. I would think the start time will be about 4 o'clock, thereabouts. So keep that. Or look, you can always get the exact timing from the MailChimp. But please, March 16th. And remember, costumes are definitely positive additions to the Purim party. Passover Seder will be held on April the 12th, and that'll begin, I would think, more like 6 o'clock or 7. I'm not exactly sure the time for that yet, but they'll tell me. But I'm pretty sure it'll be that, after the Sabbath. So after sundown. It'll be $8,000 for adults and $3,000 for children under 13. Under 13. Our Passover Seder will be at Spanish Court Hotel in New Kingston. Again, just reminding everyone to touch bases with the office if you'd like to be part of the Education Committee's new drive, the book club that they've started. And you're still in time, I understand, to be part of this. So please let the office know and join up. It'll definitely be worth it. There'll be other issues that the Education Committee will be putting out over the next few weeks. I've got a little early lineup on those things. There'll be more movies and otherwise. So look out for those for me. There'll be lots of interesting things, and most of those obviously will take place after synagogue on Saturday, after Kiddush. I think that's everything for announcements this week, yes. Service will continue, page 18, responsive reading. True and firmly established is all this with us, that he is the Lord our God with none besides him, and we Israel are his people.
He hath redeemed us from the hand of kings, and he is our king, who hath delivered us from the grasp of all oppressors.
He is the God who hath avenged us of our adversaries and dealt out a recompense to the enemies of our souls.
He hath appointed our soul to life, and hath not suffered our feet to slip.
He hath caused us to tread on the high places of our enemies, and exalted our horn above all who hate us.
He is the God who vindicateth before Pharaoh, by signs and miracles wrought in the land of the children of Ham.
In his wrath he smote all the firstborn of Egypt, and brought out his people Israel from among them unto everlasting freedom.
He passed between divisions of the Red Sea, and sank their pursuers and enemies in the depths.
His children beheld his might, they praised and gave thanks to his name, and willingly submitted to his dominion.
Moses and the children of Israel sang a song to thee with great joy, and they all said, Mi chamocha Elohim Adonai, Mi chamocha Nedar b'kodesh, Norot tekilot oseh peleh.
Upon the sea, O Lord our God, thy children beheld thy majesty. Altogether they praised thee, proclaiming thy kingly power, and said, Adonai emloch leolam vaed, the Lord shall reign forever and ever.
And it is said, For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and rescued him from a hand mightier than he.
Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hast redeemed Israel. Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Avinu leshalom V'hamidenu Malkenu Lechaim Tovim Ushalom. Ufros, ufros, alenu. Sukkot, sukkot shelomecho. Betaking enu betza. Tovo milefanecha vehoshienu era leman shemecha Ufros, ufros, aleinu. Sukkot, Sukkot rachamim v'shol. Adonai, Haborei Sukkot, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim.
Blessed art thou, Lord, who spreadest the tabernacle of peace over us, and over thy people Israel, over Jerusalem, and over all mankind. Amen. Please stand for the Veshamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם. ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ויתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד דברותי, וימליך מלכותי, ויצמח פחנה, וקרב משיחי, בחייכון ויכון, ובידי כל בית ישראל, בהגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעם לעם מעלמיה יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל, ויתהלל שם קודשה ברכו. להנמין כל ברכתה, שירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, נמירון ועלמה, ואמרו amen.
We continue the middle of page 21. In this moment of silent communion with Thee, O God, a still small voice speaks in the depth of my spirit. It speaks to me of the things I must do to attain a holy kinship with Thee and to grow in the likeness of Thee. I must do my allotted task with unflagging faithfulness, even though the eye of no taskmaster is on me. I must be gentle in the face of ingratitude or when slander distorts my noblest motives. I must come to the end of each day with a feeling that I have used its gifts gratefully and faced its trials bravely. O Lord, help me to be ever more like Thee, holy, for Thou art holy, loving, for Thou art loving. Speak to me then, O Lord, as I seek Thee again and again in the stillness of meditation, until Thy bidding shall at last become for me a hallowed discipline, a familiar way of life, so that I may live on in deeds that bless other lives and leave behind me the heritage of a good name. Amen. May take the next few moments, as always, in silent personal prayer, or should it be your wish, you may chant the Amidah silently. We continue, page 21. O my tongue from evil and my lips from uttering deceit. And let my soul be silent towards those that curse me, and grant that my soul may be humble as the dust to everyone. Open my heart to receive thy Torah, that my soul may pursue thy commandments. Speedily, I beseech thee, frustrate the devices, destroy the machinations of all those who rise up against me for evil. O grant it for the sake of thy name. Grant it for the sake of thy right hand. Grant it for the sake of thy Torah. Grant it for the sake of thy holiness. O save me with thy right hand, and answer me.
May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. Amen.
O say shalom במרומיו, וברחמיו יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל. אמן.
יום השישי ויחלו השמיים והארץ ויחוז בחום ויחל אלוהים את יום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה ונשבת ביום השביעי וכל מלאכתו אשר עשה ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות.
We continue together. Our God and God of our fathers, accept, we beseech thee, our rest. Sanctify us with thy commandments and grant our portion in thy Torah. Satisfy us with thy goodness, gladden our souls with thy salvation, and purify our hearts to serve thee in truth. Cause us, O Lord our God, to inherit thy holy Sabbath with love and delight, and grant that all Israel who hallow thy name may have rest thereon. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who hallowest the Sabbath. When cherished ties are broken and the chain of love is shattered, only trust and the strength of faith can lighten the heaviness of the heart. At times, the pain of separation seems more than we can bear, but if we dwell too long on our loss, we embitter our hearts and harm ourselves and those about us. The psalmist said that in his affliction, he learned the law of God. And in truth, grief is a great teacher. When it sends us back to serve and bless the living, we learn how to counsel and comfort those who, like ourselves, are bowed with sorrow. We learn when to keep silence in their presence and when a word will assure them of our love and concern. Thus, even when they are gone, the departed are with us, moving us to live as in their higher moments they themselves wished to live. We remember them now. They live in our hearts. They are an abiding blessing. And let us sanctify all those who have gone before us, the mourners Kaddish. It kadal vet kada sheme rabba.
Amen.
Bialma devra kirote viamlik malkote viatzmar pukane vikare meshike.
Amen.
Bekai konome kone vekayab de kol be Israel ba'ala vizman kariv emru amen.
Amen.
Yehe sheme rabba v'rak le'alam ne'al me'al maya yit barak. Vishtabak, Vitapar, Vichuman, Vitnase, Vitada, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemerekusha, Bereku.
Amen.
Elamin kol berkata, shirata, tishpakata, venakamata, damiran bealma. Vimru, amen.
Amen.
Shlama Rabba, amen, Shamaya, Kaim, Vesava, Yeshua, venakama, Veshazabara, Fua, Vela, Salaka, Vekapara, Veravak, Vehatsala, Lano, Lakolamo, Yisrael. Vimru,
Amen.
amen. O say shalom, Vimromav. Uvrakamav, ya say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Vimru, amen.
O say shalom mirumav. O ya say shalom. Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Ve'imru. Amen. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. 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 O say shalom mirumav. Ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen.
To all our beloved departed whom we now remember, may peace and bliss be granted in life eternal. May the Father of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort any bereaved among us. And let us say,
Amen.
may be seated and service will continue with the 23rd Psalm.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. His name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, thy rod and thy staff, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. They comfort me. surely goodness and mercy shall follow me, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever, forever, forever.
This week's Torah portion is entitled Mishpatim, and it's full of laws and instructions on what you're to do and not to do. Especially though a lot of it has to do with our interpersonal relationships. I wonder if this is a catching thing. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, and so a lot of it is probably old and maybe not easily relatable to in today's world. But there are a few things in it that I thought I'd like to share, which to me are still very relevant in our dealings with each other and with God most entirely. In verse 19 of chapter 22, it notes, whoever sacrifices to a god other than the Lord alone shall be proscribed. That's interesting because the meaning of proscribed in this sense is put to death. But it again indicates to us, at least to me, that we worship one God, one unseen, all-powerful God, and we must never forget this. Another one is, you shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. Again, one might think, but we weren't treated very well in the land of Egypt. Well, the whole story is that we must learn from that, quite obviously, and do better than was done to us. And so it goes for a couple more. It discusses how you deal with widows and children and orphans and wives, women in general, and how one must treat them with care and understanding, and listen to them, and listen to what they have to say and to their difficulties, and to do something about it, not just to, hear it and turn away. If you lend money to my people, to the poor among you, do not act toward them as a creditor. Exact no interest from them. If you take your neighbor's garment in pledge, you must return it to him before the sun sets. It is his only clothing, the sole covering of his skin. In what else shall he sleep? Therefore, he cries out to me, I will pay heed, for I am a compassionate God. Again, this is all, as I mentioned in the beginning, how we treat each other, how we care for each other. And also how you deal with people in business. A lot of rules came in that. Not to, overweigh things by putting legal weights, right? And to remember that in whatever you do, you have to remember God. So therefore, he tells you, you must skim off the first part of your wine and give it to me. Right? And such the like. And remember, your first animals must come to me, and your firstborn sons in those days. But then there's a way to deal with that and to get them out of that requirement. But nonetheless, it was stated. Again, how you deal with the poor and the needy. Critical in the way you handle situations with them. And it is very well spelt out here. God indicates to Moses, and Moses does to the people, of what it is and how it is we must behave to those less able than ourselves. that's basically a lot of what it has to do with this particular Torah portion. There are other little aspects of it, but again, it has everything to do with, again, how we treat people and how we respect God in all our undertakings. That's a quick go through this evening for Torah portion Mishpatim. Tomorrow, I'll get into a little bit more detail on certain aspects of it. Kindly ask Douglas Reed to open the ark for me this afternoon. Thank you. And ask that you stand as the ark is opened. Service will continue with the adoration, Aleinu, page 25.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol latet kula yatzer bereshit shelo asanu kegoe asot ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל המונם ואנחנו חורים ושחטים ומוטים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ ובשווה קרא בשמיים ממעל ושכינת עוזו יקבקי נאומים הוא אלוהינו ואין עוד אמת מגן ערב כסולתו ככתוב בתורה וידעת היום להשבות אל אביך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ובארץ מתחת אין עוד ונאמר אדוני מלך על כל ארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We bow in worship before the King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, the seat of whose glory and the abode of whose might is in the loftiest heights. He is our God, and there is no other. In truth, he is our King, and there is none beside him. As it is written in the law, know therefore this day and lay it to thy heart, the Lord, he is God in heaven above and upon the earth beneath. There is none else. We beseech thee, O God, on behalf of those who are stricken in health and strength. On this Sabbath, we ask for your blessings on Tony Lindo and give thanks that he is able to worship with us on this Sabbath. Ainsley Henriquez and Erica Cooper, Yvonne Binns, Sammy and Muncie Galan and Dina, who also are worshiping with us online. We bless that they are able to do so. The Candidate Paz, and Brian Bitter, the husband of Debbie, and Sammy Crichton, the husband of Jane, Heinz Becker, the husband of Karen, and Tina Reed, the wife of Douglas, Ione Smith, the grandmother of Mikkel, Carl and Judy Estick, and Billy Reynolds, and Heather Bent, Pet Allen, and Nell James, the aunts of Marie Reynolds. And this evening a special blessing for Shanta Lunan. Let thy blessings descend upon the means used for the restoration of thy servants, and increase the wisdom and knowledge of all those who are battling on behalf of humanity. May the afflicted amongst us learn patience under trials, and speedily be restored to health and usefulness. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei kol amo Yisrael. Blessed art thou, O Lord, who healest the sick of thy people Israel, and of all mankind. And for all those who are ill in our community and those who are near and dear to us, we chant for their healing. Misha Berak.
Misha Berak Avotenu Makor Bracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu makor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalom, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
You may be seated, and service will continue with our closing hymn, Higdal.
יגדל אלוהים חי וישתבח, נצם ונתתר מציאותו, אחד ואין יחיד ייחודו, Engam bekan en sof achzucho. Lo tamut haguv ve'eno guv Dorach lach elov kedushato Kadmon lachol hava asher nivra Rishon ve'en reshit reshito Hino Adon Olam lechol asa Oe gedulato umalchuto Sheva nebuato netano el Anse segulato betifato Lo kam Yisrael Moshe or nan bitumat bitel temunato Torah temet natan leamoel Aliyah nevio leman bitu Lo yachagefa'el Elo yamir Dato olamim lesulato Sovearea setarenu Man vila sodava bekadmuto Gomelech ish chasid kemi halo Noten l'ashara kerishato Lishlach leketz yamim meshichenu Livdot machakeketz yeshuato מתים מיכאל ברוב חסדו ברוך הדאר שם תהילתו אלה שלוש עשרה להיקרים הינם דסודתל ותורתו
Stand for the final blessings. Yibaraka Adonai ve'yishmerecha. The Lord bless you and keep you.
Amen.
Adonai panavaleka ve'kuneka. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you.
Amen.
Adonai panavaleka ve'kuneka. Shalom. May the Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and grant you and all those near and dear to you with a blessing of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy and peaceful Sabbath to you all.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Never. Nice view of God, right?
Nice view of the house.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Thank you. I brought you a present. I'm gonna come. I brought you a present. When you come tonight, you won't have to use these anymore.
These?
You won't have to use them. Hopefully, you're going to be able to see.
Some those. Oh, all coming on now. Ah,
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Out the wait, I will tell Uncle Tony to his car.
You what's it? Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hello. Hello. Shabbat Shalom.
We've got a table of food.
I liked it better last week. There was more chocolate.
I agree with you. More chocolate is always better.
Always, always. It's the way to my heart. Chocolate.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Doug. Oh, better. Now I can see.
Now we're talking.
Now we can see.
Yay. We have 6. Let's get some more.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kiddushanu v'tzotav v'tzadvanu. B'Shabbat kodsho b'havrat ratzon kilanu. Zikron ha'aseh v'reshit. כי הוא יום תחילה נקהו, זכר ליציאת מצרים, הבנו בחטא, אותנו קידשת, מכל העמים, ושבח קודשך, רבה ורצון, הנך אותנו. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh Shabbat.
Blessed art thou, the Lord our God, King of created the other God. Shabbat. L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu haolam hamotzi lechem min ha'aretz.
Blessed art thou, Lord our God, King of who for bread. Traffic when we coming down. So it was not bad as yesterday. Really? Oh. Yeah. I thought because it's split now, I thought, oh, yeah, like, yeah, so people, trucks, whatever, yes. Big ass. All right. You know, we're gonna jump it up tomorrow morning. Man,